Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at marriages that did not last. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. We hurried the marriage because she was pregnant and I loved her already, so I wasn't concerned about it. I was working crazy hours so she could stay home with the baby, and our schedule started shifting so we didn't spend as much time together. She had postpartum and started playing online role-playing games all night and met a guy who didn't work and lived off of his mother, so he had all the time to talk to her. Long story short, she kissed our daughter and gave her to me and ran off with him. What is this? You would leave your daughter and your husband who's working so hard for you for a guy who's just playing video games all day? Well, the standards here are crazy. Fast forward over a decade and we're fine as friends now, and my daughter is cuddled up beside me as I type this, playing on her tablet. The karma is time and lifestyle haven't been kind to her, and our daughter would rather be with me and trust me more. Her own mum just left her like that. That's stupid. This dad just seems like such an amazing dad. Honestly, like, she left a gem. Oh, it's always the good people that get cheated on. That sucks. College roommate. He met a girl junior year that our entire group thought was wrong for him. But love is blind. Fast forward to summer after graduation and they are to get married in the fall. I am in the wedding. Oh, shoot. The whole group hates the girl. Oh. I feel like it's so much harder to convince a guy. Is it? Wait, I don't know actually. Never mind, I take that back. I was gonna say, like, I feel like if my friends told me that they didn't like someone that I was into, then I would listen to them. Because I'm very oblivious to a lot of things and they have more experience. But yeah, never mind. I feel like love is blind both ways. Guy or girl, if you like someone so much, you just don't see the signs. They were apart for most of the summer as he was working and she was finishing school and putting the wedding together. We converge on her hometown in Colorado. Wedding goes down, big reception, lots of money dropped on this one. We see them off to the honeymoon. 7 days later, I get a call from him asking if he can come stay with me. Sure. I pick him up at the airport, single. At his insistence, we hit the nearest bar, and I get to hear all about how she cheated on him over the summer, but went ahead with her marriage because she felt pressured by how much her parents were paying. She told him pretty much as soon as they were alone after the ceremony. Not at any time during the 7 to 10 days they were together before the wedding. She insisted they go on the honeymoon to work things out, but refuses to be intimate as she still has feelings for the other guy. Oh, what a So he never returns to her, gets checked for all the STDs, negative, and has the marriage annulled within 6 months. Whoa! This makes me even more mad because she was already planning on telling him, right? But she planned to tell him after the marriage. What a waste of time. Why would you do that? Like, why are you so dumb? See, I just don't get it why cheaters do this. They tell the person after the marriage. My mum's marriage to her first husband was only a year. He was diagnosed with cancer and he said that he wanted to marry her before he died. So they got married and took a honeymoon to Hawaii because he'd always wanted to go there too. He passed away and that was what ended the marriage. Oh, that's so sad. She had another boyfriend when I proposed and kept him around while planning our wedding. They got married after our divorce. What the heck is this trick? Why didn't she just break up? Was she keeping them around to see who was the better guy? Dude, that's so messed up. Just break up. My cousin was married for 18 hours or something ridiculous like that. To hear her tell it, there was a really apocalyptic argument on their wedding night. The moral of the story appears to be that before you get married, you and your spouse should have roughly compatible ideas of what you're looking out of a marriage, how many kids, when to have them, where you live, whether you both work, money issues, etc. That's not stuff that just works itself out magically over time. Yep, definitely. I totally agree with this. Before you marry someone, you should definitely talk about how your life is gonna be during the marriage. You know, you don't just marry someone and then you're like, hey, do you want kids? Oh, you don't want kids, but I want kids. Why do we get married then? That's the dumbest thing ever. Nothing really went wrong. Nothing really went at all. We had been dating for 7 years, so we thought it was a safe bet. Realized a year into the marriage that we were better as separate people, and it sucked. There were a ton of tears, a whole lot of begging to not let it end, a whole bunch of trying new things, living separately, splitting money, etc. so that we could be apart together, but it just didn't work. We were just live-in friends when it came down to it. And I think too that if we hadn't gotten married, we would have never seen it. It was a shake-up in our otherwise completely humdrum stable life, and it ended up working out for the best, but it sucked for a long time. Wow. Whoa, they were together for 7 years? That's crazy. So they just didn't feel anything for each other anymore? That does suck when you both just realize that you don't love each other like that anymore. Like you still care about each other, but you just don't love each other like that. That's sad. A friend of mine bought a house in a small town with his new wife, and he continued to commute 1 hour each way to work in our city. She worked part-time in the small town. Around the 10-month mark of their marriage, she cheated on him with a mechanic in that small town. That was 5 years ago, and she's still with the mechanic, but he won't commit. Of course he won't. Like, it's kind of obvious, no? People who have affairs, obviously they're not looking for something long-term. Obviously, if they find someone better than you, they're gonna leave you for them. And this is why you should just never get with someone who has cheated on someone before. Or you should not forgive someone who has cheated on you before. Even if you trust them enough for you to think that it's not gonna happen again, you don't trust them entirely. And that's what's going to ruin your relationship, even if you forgive them. You can't trust them entirely anymore. Without trust, a relationship doesn't work. After spending a year together, we got married so he wouldn't get deported. I took care of him, paid all the bills, paid to sponsor him. Turns out he was already married in his own country. Took me a while to stop being bitter over the thousands of dollars I got conned out of. Oh, I hate people who do this. You know, they're just playing with someone's feelings to try to scam their money and to try to get the green card or whatever. Those people suck. Got married after 5 months. He wanted to move to Washington and virtually forced me to do it since I didn't want to. Quit my job and house and stayed at a hotel a couple of days. The day before moving, he said he fell out of love and would go without me. Left me heartbroken, homeless and jobless. Dude, I would actually fight this man, honestly. What? She gave up her job, gave up her house, and he's really going to tell her before moving, actually, I don't love you anymore. You were the one who asked for her to move with you. Oh my gosh, some people, what is wrong with them? He forced her to move with him when she didn't want to, and then once she says, okay, I'll do it, and then he's going to be like, I don't like you. People are trash. My dad did. He knew this lady for maybe a month and proposed. I warned him, but his reasoning was, I'm getting too old to wait. Oh, that's never a good reason. Who cares if you're old? You'd rather be happy single than miserable together with someone. They get married, move in together, and about a year later, they split up. He didn't know her at all. She was lazy, never cooked, didn't brush her teeth, and played computer games all day. His third wife, he ended up waiting like 4 years to get married, and they are still happily married. Yes, you don't need to rush into anything just because you're old, okay? You're never too old. Alright? Get married whenever you want. Just wait for the right person and then get married. You're never too old for these kind of things, okay? Just don't rush into it. I feel like rushing into marriage is always a bad idea. I mean, like, why would you rush into it? If they're the right person, they'll wait for you no matter how long you want to wait. Okay, well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!